Hey guys, Jeremy Pang here from School of Wok, Covent Garden. It's Wok Wednesdays and we're doing a spring onion and spinach pancake. Right, so first things first with your spring onion and spinach pancake is getting onto the dough. Now usually you'd use oil and salt for this, but a little bit of ghee or clarified butter just makes it that much more tasty. 250 grams of plain flour. And to make this nice and soft, some hot water, just pour it in until you get a nice Play-Doh consistency. We all love a bit of Play-Doh. You have plenty of oil later on, or that grease from the clarified butter. So we're just using a very simple dough recipe here. Time to get your hands mucky. Push in with your palm of your hand. You can feel that. Nice and soft. Got just enough water to pick up the flour from the side of the bowl. At this point, take it out. Give it a good knead. If it feels a little sticky, just use a little flour to dust. You want to get a nice smooth finish on your dough. Just keep kneading, pushing through, rolling over. You can see from my hands, there's barely anything on my hands, so I'm using the palm here. Once you've got a nice, elastic, so smooth looking dough, just shape it into a nice ball. And let that rest for 5 or 10 minutes. If you've got a bit of limp spring onion in your fridge, don't throw it away. This is what you need to make. We've got loads of spring onion finely chopped. We've got some ginger. I'm going to throw that in together. And then just heat up your clarified butter and just fry that through very quickly. So usually we'd use oil for this, but clarified butter just gives that extra bit of richness to the pancake. I've got butter here in a pan on top of some boiling hot water, and that slowly melts the butter through. Some star anise to add a bit of sort of sweet Chinese spice, and that will separate the fat from the liquid butter itself. You just want to skim the solid butter off the top of the liquid. So once you've finished skimming your butter, just set it aside, leave it to cool, ready for your spring onion. So without the solid in the butter, we can get this clarified butter to really good heat. The ginger and spring onion doesn't require too much cooking, nice and hot, straight in. Give it one quick stir through, a pinch of salt, and then take that off the heat. Whoa, look at that. I could literally drink that bowl. So my dough's had time to rest. Back to the dough. I'm just going to use a little bit at a time and start to roll this out. It's nice and soft, quite pillowy. A little bit of flour. You can see how soft this dough is. Nice and relaxed. Can be quite rough and ready with this. Flour the surface and get it as thin as you possibly can. Quite sticky. Just keep adding flour. A little trick with your rolling pin to move it. Just roll it up, turn it, and roll it back down. Got my nice thinned out bit of dough. Time to spring onion-fy it, if that's ever a word. At this point, I don't want to use excessive amounts of the butter, but more that flavoured spring onion and ginger. And the butter that sort of sips into that ginger and spring onion mix will be liquid enough, and greasy enough for this. Really spread it all the way across your pancake. Just leave 2 to 3 centimetres around the edges so you can fold that pancake in nicely. My stomach is grumbling right now. This could be a snack, good for breakfast. Hey, whatever you wish. I'm just folding the edges in. Start to roll this over. Twist it into sort of snail shape. If you can, just punch that in there, and this is where it gets a little messy. I'm sort of folding layers into this pancake. You need your excess flour here. And then we're going to start to roll this out again, but it will get a little sticky. And this is definitely a naughty snack. Nice layers of spring onion dough, getting nice and thin. Now my spinach is going to go inside. Whoa. It's almost slightly Mediterranean, so this is a mix between Chinese and sort of Western flavour. Just fold that over the top. And I'm going to roll this nice and flat again. So try not to break your pancake too much at this point. I'm just thinning out your pastry. And I'm happy to cook this in one go. Of course, when you're frying this, you don't need to add any more grease at all. Pretty much there. Right, I'm getting funny looks from my team because my pancake, I think I've rolled out way too big. I'm going to just pick it up and take that to, I feel a little bit like Keith Floyd here. Right, hot pan, get nice and hot, and then lay your pancake straight into that frying pan. And because of the oil, there's no harm in sort of pressing down into it. And that'll get a nice golden brown finish on one side. I've got my pancake in. One side, golden brown, 3 to 4 minutes. Turn it if you can, and then again get it to a nice golden brown crisp finish. So it's solidified a little, which is nice. Just go careful, give it a flip. Whoa, look at that. Nice and crisp on the outside. So I'm going to make a quick dipping sauce for your pancake. A teaspoon of Chilchow chili oil, a tablespoon or so of light soy sauce, and a nice bit sour from black vinegar. It's a Qingqiang rice vinegar, a vinegar that's made from a black rice husk. On top of that, a little bit of sesame oil and some sugar to balance that vinegar out. So the best part of every recipe, my mouth is drooling, ready to serve up. It's nice and crisp. You can see it's crispy on the outside, but soft and gooey on the inside. It's only half the amount of dough here. You get a good amount from this. Just give some space for my dipping sauce. You can see the spinach inside that, layered into that pancake. Give it a good dip. That's heaven in a pancake. That savoury flavour from that clarified butter, spring onion, ginger mix, spinach just to give it that gooiness inside. A crisp finish. I love it. Takes me back to the streets of China. My spinach and spring onion pancake. If you like this type of recipe and you want to know more, subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. If you want to learn more food just like this, subscribe to our channel and keep the suggestions coming.